I'm back.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first ever versus match that we are doing here for Lorebeards 40K. I am stupid excited for this. We have a list of rules up here. We are I okay. This I pitched to the Lorebeards community. The Lorebeards
The Lore Seekers.
peoples and people wanted this for a very long time. And for the longest time, we were trying to figure out how to do it where Lord breaks down. But what if we had a sillier way of doing this? A much sillier way. What if me and Ross here, sitting here, being all sexy like, what if me and Ross were to sit here and describe a little bit of how, like, say, Captain Titus would kill a certain champion of chaos, but in this case, it would be attacking, dealing damage in the form of taking health points away. But the chat itself needs to be involved. Obviously, the chat needs to be here. You guys are awesome and amazing, and our lore seeker community definitely needs to be involved. Well, what if we had a plethora of characters that we work together to make who could show up in the fights themselves to represent the lore seekers themselves? Our great community has made some fantastic characters over the past few months. Face Flea, a terrifying orc warlord who arrived from fantasy itself. How he got here, we don't know, but he did it all right.
Freebooter Warlord.
A freebooting warlord.
That's right.
We made hang on, I gotta get the list of characters really quickly. I wrote them all down. Ba, 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 ba. We have Chapter Master Grim Isaac, the Dreadnought of the Gorgon's Talons, who has entered the ring. Not yet, but we made these characters, and each one of them is going to show up in the new coming up episodes of the Versus series. We also had you choose between Lord. How the heck do I say his name? The cackling death guy.
Show me the write up of
it. Lord Virison, I think is it.
Savasin.
Savasin.
Yeah.
Then we had the Crown Keeper, the Rogue Trader from our episode of Building the Rogue Trader. And then finally, Face Flea. So we put this up to a poll for you guys, the lore seekers yourselves, to enter one of these characters in. Well, me and Ross picked two other characters to represent one of the more serious aspects of Warhammer 40K, a badass character that we both really, really, really love, and we've done episodes about, and maybe one of a little bit of a sillier side. So,
I mean, each of these characters can be looked at in both a serious and a humorous way. So it's not like they're entirely off the wall, but they are. Makari and Caiaphas Kane are the characters she's talking about, and they are a little more on the lighter side of the grimdark spectrum.
So, entering the arena today, we have Lilith Hexbrex. So, Ross, why did you choose Lilith?
Lilith Hexbrex, I chose her because she is the Witch of Witches. She is the greatest Drukhari or Dark Eldar witch. Witches are essentially gladiatorial warriors in Cormorant, the Dark City, where all the Drukhari live, and she is the greatest champion of those arenas. If we're talking about competition and we're talking about single person versus single person, my money's on Lilith most of the time.
So I picked a character made completely out of Plotanium to go up against Lilith. We're talking about Captain Titus of the 4th Company of Ultramarines. In the games, he was a captain first, then a lieutenant. You got to play as him through Space Marine 1 and 2. You got to see his rise, his fall, his, almost complete resurrection, and his choices throughout all of Space Marine. He is one hell of a fighter. Give him any weapon, he is a master of it. But he has a preferred weapon, the chainsword. And all I see is squishy Eldar bits in its teeth.
we should probably introduce ourselves as well.
Well, we got to finish introducing the
Right.
characters.
After we introduce the
Yep.
fighters, we'll introduce ourselves.
So then the chat decided to choose, the lore seekers decided to choose Face Flaya.
Face
Face
Flaya.
Flaya, he is a horrifying monster from Warhammer Fantasy brought into 40K. He found himself on a derelict Space Hulk and decided, that's no Space Hulk, this is now an attack moon. This pissed me right off, but you know what? That's fine. Face Flaya is a horrific commander who figured out how to use emotional warfare against emotional, psychological, and horrific virus warfare against one race that felt like it was immortal until Face Flaya decided that it wasn't. He uses Necron biological warfare essentially against them by shooting them with the flare virus, forcing them to all become flayed ones through some type of macabre technology that stops the flayed ones to going into the flare dimension. Instead, he uses them as a weapon against the Necrons themselves. But he's no slouch in close combat. He's ready for a fight.
That's right. He's actually a mega armored warlord with a stolen or looted, I guess I should say, Solarite power gauntlet for his weapon. Wears a commissar's cap, which ought to irritate Caiaphas Cain and possibly Titus. And as a parrot squig.
And then our two other contestants. We have the two luckiest souls in the galaxy. If luck could be a factor, these guys would have 100 in the skill. We have Caiaphas Cain and Makari. Caiaphas Cain is a commissar known for his benevolence, his cunning, and maybe even the Emperor's divinity within him. Caiaphas Cain has mastered his sword and has bested berserkers in close combat. With a little help from Jurgen, but you know, it was all him.
Is Jurgen part of Caiaphas Cain when it comes to this?
Oh, of course, he's in the picture with him.
Okay. So it is Caiaphas Cain and Jurgen as a little team.
Yes.
Okay.
It's Caiaphas Cain in big bold letters and Jurgen.
Hero of the Imperium.
And then why don't you tell us about Makari?
I would love to. Makari is an iconic grot, or also called Gretchen, essentially a space goblin, if you will. He is the standard bearer and lucky mascot of the orc warlord Gazgul Margaret Thraka, who is possibly the greatest orc warlord in Warhammer 40K. So Makari is famous for improbably surviving situations that would kill any normal grot. He is the luckiest grot in existence. In fact, it has been revealed that Gazgul can actually recreate Makari by designating a grot to bear his name, at which point Makari's personality and memories will kind of overwrite that grot. So he's kind of a semi-immortal sidekick.
Almost forcibly perpetualed.
Mm-hmm.
So, now to introduce ourselves. Hi, my name is Norn Queen Alexis. I am a massive nerd. I collect all sorts of Warhammer 40K. I'm a Viking reenactor, a Kovu owner, and I am here to have the time of my life. I have looked into Warhammer 40K a long time ago and decided that's my entire personality.
And now it's everyone's problem.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ross Watson. I'm a game designer and author. I've worked on a bunch of Warhammer 40K stuff, including lots of video games, the Warhammer 40,000 roleplay line, and I was on the US White Dwarf team for a few years, and that's why I know 40K really well. This particular episode is a special one. This is our bonus episode day on Wednesday, and as Alexis said, she's been chomping at the bit to go after this. This is absolutely her baby, and I'm so excited to see her get to fulfill her dream of being a fight announcer for fights between 40K characters.
Yep.
Now, let's get ready to rumble. I hope I don't owe people copyright for that.
But before that, we have to get into a couple of rules. All right. There are rules here. The rules for the versus game. Each character starts with 15 health. All right, that's pretty easy. See, they have 15 hearts. They are Minecraft hearts, but for this, they are conveniently Not Minecraft hearts. They are close to Minecraft hearts, but not Minecraft hearts. But anyway, each character starts with 15 of them. Each player has an action point economy of 3 to use. Okay? And keep in mind, chat, this is up to you guys too. Now you might be asking yourself, Alexis, what the hell does that mean? Well, if you keep reading and stop listening to me, you could probably read ahead of this and figure it all out. It's pretty simple. They could be used to damage characters or heal a character. The max damage that you can deal to any one character in your turn, like specifically like my turn, your turn, or you in the chat turn, you can deal a 2 damage to one character. You can also do a max of 1 healing to any one character. Their health pool can never go above 15. It's healing, not, giving them extra limbs. Unless there's an event for that. Each act of healing or damaging costs 1 action point for each point they use. A player can deal 2 damage to any one character and heal 1 other. A player can heal 3 different characters or damage 3 different characters. Once a character dies, they are dead unless an event happens. Now, since this is the penultimate, first amazing episode, there are going to be no events because I have a list of 15 events, but I didn't want to bring them in just yet. I wanted to wait until we have the spectacular, which includes most of the lore seekers bringing their own character. So that is the rules for the game. If you want to donate and help the cause and deal some damage, how chat does that is with a simple $10 donation, you can deal damage to the characters. Me and Ross are going to take turns with the chat as well, intervening, and we are going to explain the lore behind how our characters fight and why they would deal damage to the enemy. So if I were to start, I would look at this list and I would go, well, I want Captain Titus. Goddamn ads. I'm just going to keep blocking you. Dumb ads. Get out of here. Block. Anyway, I want Captain Titus to damage Face Flaya. I want to deal 2 damage to Face Flaya, and I want to deal 1 other damage somewhere else. I can do that, or I could deal 1 damage to 3 people. And that is a way of lowering their health. Now, if one of your characters is dying in chat and you're just like, well, I don't want my character to die, $10 donation, you can heal somebody by 1, or you can heal 2 characters, or you can heal 3 characters, but you have your action economy. You have 3 points to use. You can heal or damage. That's it. You can only damage for a max of 2. So, I hope that was easy to understand. I hope you guys are ready for this. I am excited. As you can tell, I've poured my heart and soul into this, but I'm using tier list generator because I looked at the cost of animating this and it was very expensive.
I think I should step in just briefly to say you misspoke a little bit. You said lore seeker characters. You meant Lorebeards. Like you wanted to have all the Lorebeards have their own character.
Yes, sorry.
That's what you meant. No big deal.
Yep.
I just wanted to clarify. And we do have some super chats we should read before we jump into the action right here. We got one for Biofoot7874. We need a bonus round with a lip lock contest. Kissing contest.
I mean, if that's how you want to heal them, go for it.
Wow. I mean,
you give little forehead kisses.
Darius Rose says, my baby Face Flaya, time to skin more pointy ears. Hey, good news. There is, in fact, an Eldari on this list. And we've got another different one from Darius. No, the same one.
I think they did it twice.
Okay. Sorry, Darius Rose. It looked like 2 separate ones. So there's that. Anyhow, we are ready to get going.
Okay. So we are in an arena. We are having the time of our lives. This is in older editions of Warhammer 40K, there was things called the Coronate Arena games, or the Kamara Arena games. There were different fights and everything, and you'd put a character inside them. That's how you fought each other, and I really liked it.
I think we do need to say this is probably set in a Cormorag arena because with Lelith Thesprax being part of it, it makes perfect sense. It's a ready-made lore plot point because all of these characters could in fact be captured and brought into a Drukhari arena.
Yep, they very, very easily could.
All right, so we're fighting. We're fighting in a massive Xenos arena under the light of blood red suns in Cormorog, the Dark City, and the event has just begun.
So. I'm
Why
going to
don't you?
start.
Yeah, why don't you walk us through the first turn so we could watch you do it, and then we'll all learn.
All right, so I have my 3 points here. Now, I think Captain Titus is going to go on a little bit of a blade dance.
Ooh.
He's going to hit a couple of people because Titus is very well known for his ability to deal with large crowds. And he sees 3 to 4 different adversaries, or 3 different adversaries in a grot. Actually, Captain Titus probably knows who Makari is. Like, I'm assuming that would come up in the whole like talking, the learning about orcs and everything.
Well,
So
he
I'm gonna
was
say,
he was in the Death Watch, which does study how Xenos fight. So that's the most likely avenue for him to get that information.
so the first thing that he's gonna do is make a mad dash for the thing that looks the scariest. He sees an elf, and that's not the scariest. He's fought them before, but the biggest thing that he hates the most is orcs. So the first thing he's gonna do is hit Face Flaya. He's gonna cut him across the chest with his chainsword, and then move right past him and go straight for Lilith, cutting her just just a tiny bit. I have to move up to move the heart. Boop. And then finally, seeing an ally here is a bit confusing. Captain Titus is no fool, so he's going to use that to his advantage and cut Makari. So, with my action and my 3 points to use, I took all 3 to hit 3 different characters. No healing as of yet because characters are not dead or injured. So that is my first turn, and immediately, Biofoot has one.
Oh, Biofoot! Coming in with a steel chair, Biofoot says, have Face Flaya, tongue joust for the Caiaphas. You can determine the health outcomes of this action and may store it for a narratively important moment.
Well, you can heal Caiaphas for... We will hold on to that for now, because Caiaphas isn't injured yet.
So we've got a heal on hold for Caiaphas.
Biofoot, who would you like to damage, or would you like to heal the 3 people that got, or the other 2 that got injured? That's up to you. Now, Ross, take a turn with one of your characters.
I am going to take a turn with Lilith Hesperax. And I think what Lilith is going to do, she's going to do her like ludicrously acrobatic performance with her twin knives, because she has a whole suite of combat drugs running through her system. And she's going to gracefully leap through the air, jab 2 knives into Captain Titus for 2 damage, land next to Caiaphas Kane, consider him very handsome and possibly even a potential paramour, because that's just who Caiaphas Kane is. But to test him out and make sure he's in fact worthy, she will slice him a little bit too. So 2 damage to Titus and 1 to Caiaphas.
Ooh. Titus has taken the first real big damage of this fight. I believe in my boy, and you know what they say, rage builds healing. But especially with Titus.
This is a good time, though, for Face Flaya to step in and lock lips with Caiaphas to heal him, as requested by Biofoot. And let's see here. Biofoot also says, damage the Gobbo. He probably deserves it. So Face Flaya will backhand Makari as well.
So Face Flaya backhands Makari, and as he turns, gives a forehead kiss to Caiaphas Kane. All right, since we have no super chats right now, it goes back to me. Now, I see my boy is injured, and his faith in the Emperor is strong. He revs his chainsword, and the blood starts pumping. His second heart is activating. His skin is silking out this weird ichor that covers all of his wounds. He's going to heal for 1. Boop. And then, while this is happening, and while Lilith is still dancing nearby, he's going to cut her. He's going to try to get that sweep across her head and only nick her slightly because she is so acrobatic. So, 1 hit on Lilith.
I mean,
And
that
then
woman, she dresses in a certain way that gives her a very large amount of freedom of movement, as you pointed out in the episode where we discussed her.
yep. And then again, Face Flea is still posing a rather large threat. Although I am not attacking, sorry, I am not attacking with Titus. That's my apologies. I am attacking with Caiaphas Cain. So we'll say Caiaphas Cain returns the favor with his own blade.
It's a little bit of a Zorro sword fight over here where they're flirting while fighting.
Oh, yeah. It's just like, haha, Jurgen, delete her. And then in the blast of the Melta itself, Face Flea is hit. And I think I took away his heart already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, I didn't. Pow! All right. Ross, tell us how Makari decides to hurt people.
Well, Makari's got a boss bowl, and he's going to stick close to Face Flea because while Face Flea is not Gadsgul, he is definitely a war boss. And the best place for a Grot with a banner is to be near his war boss. So what he's going to do is he's going to stick that war banner out just in time to trip up Captain Titus for 2 damage.
All right.
And in the process, the WOG energy generated by all the battling around is going to heal Face Flea for 1.
Oh, you're really going in there to keep Face Flea alive. I
mean,
love
that's
it.
Makari's job.
Yeah.
As he sees it.
Now, chat, at any moment, you guys can jump in and deal or heal however you see fit. Remember, it's only 2 damage per for the max, and you can deal damage however you see. So, it goes back to Captain Titus's turn until chat decides to interrupt.
We have a fun comment here. He says, I see we're flirting Mask of Zorro style. Agreed, Ross. Istian Lion points this out. Yeah, one of my favorite movies, by the way.
Mask of Zorro is a fantastic movie.
Yeah, and it's just ludicrously good.
All right. Seeing how all of this is happening and how all of the damage is going around and how the blood is circulating, Titus is going to pump his hearts, heal himself a bit, look upon the enemies, see that Makari is standing behind the boss at this point, so he assumes that Face Flea is the war boss at this point. He's going to slice him down for 1, and in the backhand, accidentally nick Caiaphas Cain.
Oh no! That's really the only way a hero of the Imperium could be taken down, is entirely by accident.
Mm-hmm. Let me just make sure the chat is... can you make sure that it's at everyone in the Discord as well, to make sure they're all aware?
Yeah, let me just go over and take a quick look at the announcements. You did it at here, not at everyone.
Oh, okay. Yep, that's my pickle.
I'll update that while you carry on, and I'll update that.
Okay, so we'll just Lilith will have their turn in just a moment. But Caiaphas Cain, he's slightly injured, but as a true combat veteran, he takes out some hair gel and just gently pulls his hair back and covers the wound with it, healing himself for 1. Bop. And then we are going to deal some damage here. Let's go ahead and just block these ads once again. Boop.
All right.
They're going to keep popping up, and I do apologize.
The Discord has been duly alerted.
Yep. How does Caiaphas Cain want to deal some damage? We're going to deal some damage to Lilith here. For 2, because while they are engaged in this very dastardly duel, their blades are locked up, but Caiaphas brought a Jurgen with him. 1 blast of Melta, and part of Lilith's back is burned.
The real verses of the stream, according to Dragon 240, is Alexis versus ads.
Oh my god, you have no idea. I fucking hate ads. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if a YouTuber goes, and we're going into our, like, here's this giant sponsor and this script I have to read, I'm just like, I'm done with the video. I'm so done with the video.
There's usually a place to jump ahead in the YouTube that I found.
Yeah.
But whose turn is it?
It is yours.
All right,
Lilith's
cool.
turn.
It's Lilith, specifically Lilith. Okay. Well, Lilith is going to heal herself, for one. The cool combat drugs given to her by the homunculi of Cormorag are going to stimulate her body's processes to heal itself. So some of the wounds will start to regenerate a bit. She'll cut Caiaphas, for one, with a brief mocking bow, and slash Titus in the same move, because she has 2 knives, one for each of them.
Ooh, we're starting to take some real damage here.
Well, we've got Titus and Lilith are down to 12 each. Makari's down to 12. Face Flare has 13 currently. And they're the one in front, the front runner is, of course, Caiaphas Cain, the hero of the Imperium. The reason why Caiaphas Cain is with us, by the way, is we have a whole episode on Caiaphas Cain. If you want to know more about this mysterious and happy-go-lucky commissar, go check out that episode.
I absolutely love Caiaphas Cain. He really, like, satire is done perfectly through him. Like, he is just the funnest guy in the world. He has a Jurgen to deal with most of his problems. He drives one of my favorite vehicles in all of 40K, the Salamander.
Salamanders are cool, and it's rare to see it. It's also, oddly enough, he's like the only commissar I can think of with a las pistol and chainsword in the Black Library novels. All the other ones are bolt pistols and power swords, and they're very well armed. But like Caiaphas is like, nah, I'm going to stick with what I know.
Well, I mean, you can't be more reliable than a las pistol. Speaking of,
that's true.
He's going to go ahead and shoot Face Flaya in his face to play it for 2.
Ooh, that is a good shot.
And then he's going to heal himself for 1, going back up to his maximum health.
I'm going to submit that the healing is likely through Jurgen offering him a thermos of Tana tea.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Either that or the Emperor giving him goodnight kisses.
I think it's Makari's turn. So Facelite is being run by chat. Is that correct? Is that how this works? Because I haven't done anything with him. I've been focusing on.
No, Facelite is run by chat. So if chat wants to step in, chat can do stuff with Face Flaya for just free if they want to. Sorry, I did fail to mention that. My apologies. And if you want to hit anybody else, go for it. But for a $10 donation, you can hit them. You, the audience, can actually hit them.
You personally can step into the ring and deliver a stinging slap.
I think of it more like the Blood Bowl pitch when a player gets pushed off pushed into the fan base.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Beat the hell out of them.
That's actually super fun in the computer game to push someone off the pitch and watch them get smacked around. So Makari, I think, is going to step up now. And let's see. I think he's going to wait for Jurgen to move in a particular direction, then trip him with the boss pole so that Jurgen falls down and fires a Melta-Blast that clips Captain Titus for 1 damage.
Ooh. Okay. Is Caiaphas Cain also taking the damage?
And Caiaphas Cain will also take some of the damage.
Okay.
And then it will heal Face Flaya for 1 with the power of the Great Green. Essentially, he's just you can do it, boss. You can do it. He's waving the little banner. So that leaves Titus is currently our weakest member at the moment with 11 health.
Yep, not great. And again, chat, if you want to donate to help the cause and help us out and everything, and help the stream grow and spread the heresy, you could do it through donations, liking the video, sharing the video, and all sorts of other things. Joining the Lore Seeker community is also a really good way to see what we have coming out next and see what we're doing, and if you ever want to ask us questions when we're not streaming.
Maybe this would be a good time to show off the rules one more time.
Yep.
Just so we're clear. Each character starts 15 health. Well, that's we're down from that. 3 action points for each player. The players are chat, myself, and Alexis. These action points can be used to either damage or heal. You can only do 2 damage as a maximum. The act of healing or damage costs an action point. That's basically how that's worked. That's how that works. You can deal 2 damage and heal another, or you can damage 3, or you can heal 3. No big deal. But once a character dies, they're out unless an event revives them. Alexis, what is an event?
So an event is not something that we have prepped just yet.
So
But
so it's out if they're dead in this one.
in this one, if they're dead, they're out.
Okay.
But in future versus matches, there'll be things like the Emperor's Blessing, which will give everyone +1 heart. There'll be things like Gene Stealer Cult Uprisings, which will deal damage to everyone. There are things like Exterminatus, which will blast everyone for a set amount of damage. I have a list, but we're not ready for that just yet.
Now, I want to point out, you may think it's improbable for someone to trip and fire a melta gun that hits 2 people. I will once again describe Makari. He is the luckiest grot to live, ever live. So, strange and unusual coincidences are basically his whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, by the way, for the vote, it was almost 50% Face Flaya over the other characters that were on display. So the people have spoken. The lure seekers have spoken. It's Face Flaya by a large margin.
Yeah. Is the chat actually working?
Well, I see people from Twitch and YouTube, so it does look like it is.
Yeah, we just haven't gotten a message in a bit. So let me.
It's the Alliance says, how is it I'm completely lost and I'm only a few minutes late? That's why I thought we should restate the rules for anybody who showed up a little bit late. So what is, for anybody who's joining us a little bit later on, this is a special episode of Lorebeards 40K. It's called Versus. It is the brainchild of North Queen Alexis, and she has set up a fighting arena where all these characters are battling it out to the death, where chat can get involved. In fact, chat has their own character, Face Flaya, which is being controlled right now by Godzilla Rex. Says, I would like Face Flaya to swing on the hero of the Imperium.
Okay, so tell us how much damage, and do you want to heal him as well?
I think the default here would be 2 damage to Caiaphas and 1 heal to Face Flaya.
Yep.
Or unless Godzilla Rex, you can override me, but I think that's what you're saying.
So 2 damage to Caiaphas Kane,
mm-hmm.
and then 1 heal.
So the Solarite Power Gauntlets, those things are really, really devastating. The weapon of Face Flaya is not for the faint of heart. It's essentially a power fist, but it's even stronger than a typical power fist.
I think instead of having its the power field on when it hits and then does impact with the power fist, I think the power field is always on when it's swinging, and it has much more mass behind it. I mean, you are swinging a giant fist at somebody. It should be powerful.
It's a master-crafted, heavily enhanced melee weapon that dramatically amplifies the wearer's punching power. So Face Flaya is reaching out and just smacking him across the face. The Solarite Power Gauntlet, it's a unique or very rare pattern of power fists. It's reserved only for the finest warriors, like the Custodian Guard or elite Space Marines, reflecting its superior craftsmanship and status. So that it is quite a trophy that Face Flaya is swinging around. And don't forget his parrot squig can also get in on the action.
Yeah.
But hey, chat has moved and I've moved, so I think it's your turn.
All right. So I'm gonna heal Titus because he's starting to not look so good. And I'm gonna swing at Lilith to deal some damage to her.
How is Titus healing exactly? Is it transhuman physiology? Is it a med kit?
It's Titus's own special version of healing, where as he's getting that blood rage going and he's definitely not falling to corn, he just starts suturing his own wounds. Now, this is done by his transhuman physiology and the fact that his double hearts are pumping all of his
Laramine cells.
Yeah, Laramine cells through his body, covering the wounds almost instantaneously. And we're going to deal 1 damage to Makari. Take that, you lucky bastard.
There's your New Yorker coming out there.
And we got a super chat from Super Orlok.
Face Flaya loses the face of Malekith and becomes enraged, forgetting that he was damaged. Heal him.
All right. So he goes back up to full. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. He's going to go up to 15. But who is he going to hurt?
Yeah, the squig parrot is parrot squig is probably going to reach out and peck somebody. Super Warlock, who's it going to be? We'll have to find out in a minute. But Titus, so Titus has healed and then swung, and I mean, he probably. I mean, does Titus have any like cool battle banter or anything like that?
He does. He does like the standard chants for Ultramar and things like that. Unfortunately, Titus's battle cries are not as good as Kato's. Kato's battle cries are amazing.
Oh, that's true for Bolt Gun.
Yeah, where he just looks at something, chaos, Phil.
He might say something like, hold the line, no Xenos passes this point.
All right, but Face Vallejo needs to Titus, obviously. Yep, pow. Gets Titus for 1, heals for 2.
Titus gets pecked by the parrot squig. Yep.
So it goes over to you with your Lilith Hexprex.
Lilith and Caiaphas are locked into a very interesting little dance here. So she's going to damage him 1.
Damage him by 1.
Mm-hmm. She's going to damage Titus by 1.
Oh, Titus is now down. Well, down to just 1 bar.
And she's going to heal herself by 1. And this is all part of a carefully choreographed, extremely elegant blade dance. She actually damages Kane this time with her hair. If you remember, Lilith's hair has barbed hooks and blades attached to the very ends of it. So she does this, really extravagant Charlie's Angels style hair flip, that is both flirtatious and lethal. And it cuts Caiaphas Kane probably on his arm, like around where he's got his weapon. And then she'll do a cool Captain Kirk roll, pop up, slash Titus across the hamstring, which will still heal because Lerman sells various other things. And then she'll stand back up and sort of dust herself off because her clothing is not especially protective. It's called a witch suit is what they wear. But again, the various enhancements and flesh crafting done by the homunculi, who are the alchemists of Cormorant. There are these creatures that are always working with and adapting the bodies of Drukhari to be better or to have additional limbs and things like that. And in her case, the combat drugs that they've developed specifically for her physiology close some of the wounds, and she'll like lick some of Caiaphas Kane's blood, or some of Titus's blood off of her knife.
Well, you might have cool and fancy like augmetics and all sorts of other things. But do you know what Caiaphas Kane has? Faith in the God Emperor. With a prayer on his lips and his blade raised high, he does a small trick shot with his gun and just goes pow, and shoots her in the side. Caiaphas Kane is a master of tricking people into looking in certain directions and hitting them from their blind spots. He's also insanely lucky when it comes to his pistol shots, and he relies on a very, very trustworthy las pistol, a humble las pistol that has been with him his entire adventure, occasionally getting replaced, but a humble las pistol. He won't switch to a bolt pistol because a bolt pistol can jam, and that's dumb.
Well, he's also a crack shot. Amberly Vale, who's an inquisitor of the Order of Xenos, has pointed out numerous times that Kane has managed to engage targets with a las pistol outside of its normal effective range, simply because he's that good of a marksman. And in the books, he's often described as like taking trick shots at things like eyes and throats with it. He's exceptionally talented.
We got a message over here really quickly. I just want to make sure. Oh, that's going to be confusing. I'm going to forget that almost instantly. Anyway. Goddamn ads. I will fight you.
The true combat is between Alexis and ads.
I'll fight you. So that is Caiaphas Kane's turn. It goes over to Makari. What is Makari going to do with this?
So Makari also has a pistol. He just doesn't really use it very often. It's a slugger. It's this, looks like a kind of a 38 special cobbled together out of the grimiest and most bulky pieces of metal you can imagine. He's going to get it out. He's going to stick out his tongue. And he's going to try and center the weapon, aiming at Lilith Hesperax, but she jumps aside at the last second, and instead he shoots Caiaphas Kane for 2 damage.
Oof.
But it's not like he hits Caiaphas Kane with the shot. He actually ricochets the shot off of one of the stands, where it passes through the body of another one of the onlookers, who lets out a Wilhelm scream, topples onto the sand, and his blood soaks into the sand, and then the bullet actually then goes back and hits Kane. Makari will celebrate, and while celebrating, he'll wave his boss pole and regain 2 health.
Oh, so you're only hitting Caiaphas for 1.
Didn't I say 1?
Oh, sorry, I've read this. I thought it was 2.
Anyway. It's fine. However you'd like to do it is fine by me.
Yep.
But
Bop, bop,
damage and heal.
and bop. There we go. Bop, bop. Okay, chat, you have a chance to use Face Flaya. How do you want to use him? The first one to say Face Flaya and what he does gets it. So make sure you're here. Make sure you choose how you want Face Flaya to do it.
Whoa, wait. Special elemental exposure with a steel chair. Caiaphas Kane casts Vicious Mockery on Lilith. For all the damage $10 gets. Also, is this a free-for-all or are there teams?
There are no teams.
Vicious Mockery, for anybody who doesn't know, is a spell from Dungeons & Dragons. Essentially, you inflict psychic damage by roasting them with whatever insult you can that comes to mind. So Caiaphas Kane will probably call Lilith some sort of Xenos witch, and twist the knife a little bit, probably by just saying she isn't really that good after all, which causes Lilith to like freeze and stare at him like, how dare you? And that is why she takes the damage. She can inflict 2 damage on Lilith and heal someone for 1, probably himself, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I put it on himself.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty.
So we also have Face Flaya. Elemental exposure
for damage. So is Face Flaya taking the damage there, or do we just want to use the headbutt?
He's headbutting Kane, I think, is where we're going to go for that, because I don't think they can damage themselves, can they?
No, they cannot damage themselves. Technically they could choose to damage themselves.
So I'm sorry, that was elemental exposure. Following up with the trip, did you intend to do damage to? You know what? I think we're just going to go with it. It's fine. Otherwise, we're going to get bogged down in what did you actually see? What did you mean? We're gonna try to do our best here, where we are interpreting what you're saying. Go with the headbutt. He said, "Yep, we got it."
All right, and just for those who are joining us once again, these are the rules for the event that we are running right now. Take a moment to read them while Ross reads them for you.
So the rules for the game are as follows. Each character starts with 15 health. Each player, and the players are Chat, myself, and Alexis, we each have 3 action points on our turn. They can be used to damage a character or heal a character. The maximum damage you can deal is 2, but you can spread your healing or damage across as many characters as you like. Once the character's out, they are out. The rules may say that events can revive them, but we're not using events today. So,
alrighty.
And next time he'll trip and stub Lilith's toe. Okay, got it. So I think for Face Flaya's turn, we're going to have to say that his attack moon, the Starbreaker, or Star Smasher. Let me make sure I've got this correct, because I actually have it is the Star Smasher. Yeah. So the Star Smasher is going to like warp in over the arena, and everybody's like, whoa, like looking up at this massive thing. And that's when Face Flaya, possibly dragging around a Necron with him just to toy with and torture while he's waiting for his turn, is going to step over and headbutt the hell out of Caiaphas Kane. That's where we got the last one. So it's now your turn, I believe.
Yep, it is Captain Titus's turn. So Captain Titus, seeing that his body is starting to fail him slightly, maybe his second heart got pierced by Lilith's blade, he has to take a moment to recover and breathe for just a moment, which will give him back a 1 heart. And while he takes that breath, he takes a step back and sees the Xenos witch step forward and immediately backhands Face Flaya, who's trying to sneak up on him for 2 damage. Titus is known for his weird spin attacks for some reason, which are terrible and don't do an actual combat because I will kick you down to the ground. I love doing that to newbies. Alrighty, so it goes over to you, Lilith Hexbrex's turn.
Okay, well, we are in trouble here with Lilith. So we're definitely going to heal ourselves for a point.
Boop.
And we are going to deal a point of damage to Caiaphas K, because that's what we've been basically we've been very clear that this is a fight flirt between her and Caiaphas. This time she's going to shoot him with her splinter pistol in the leg. And watch him kind of stumble a little bit, give him like, sort of arrogant smirk that says, I am still better than you. And then she will take her knives. Let's see, she healed herself, she hurt Caiaphas. I have one thing left to do. I think we're going to keep pouring it on Titus. I think
poor Titus.
Yeah, for Ultramar, he's getting a little beat up, but she's gonna leap over the Space Marine, jam one of her knives right in where the neck meets the seal of the collar on the Mark 10 armor. We have a whole episode about Space Marine armor, by the way, if you want to check that out. And she's going to jab that knife in just enough to leave him with a splatter of red onto the arena sands, and probably do a cool bow to the audience who is going to applaud. Because it's Lilith Hexbrex, and she's very, very good at this.
And in the midst of her bowing and her celebrating and her gallivanting, Caiaphas Cain takes his pistol and shoots right at her ankle.
Oh,
knowing
no!
full well that is the massive weak point of this Eldari. Without her acrobatics, she will fall just like any other Xenos witch. And she is going to get hit for 1. Okay. But he's not done just there. His faith in the God Emperor will heal him by 1. He will stand proud, hold his ground, and stab Makari, because that's something that he thinks he could kill in a combat.
I mean, he would probably be more apt to fight Makari than Face Flaya. That's probably true. We do seem to have teams, though. It looks like we have a team of Cain and Titus versus Makari, Face Flaya, and Lilith, which is interesting. Which is explaining a little bit where the damage is adding up. It's Makari's turn. No, it's actually Face Flaya's turn. Does anybody in chat want to control Face Flaya?
No, it is Makari's turn.
Are you sure?
Yes. After Caiaphas is Makari.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Got stabbed.
Yeah, he sure did. He's not too worried yet. He is the luckiest grot alive, and Gazgo will just bring him back anyway. So I think what Makari's going to do is he's going to use the boss pull to do a flying leap through the air and smash both of his tiny feet into Titus for a single point of damage.
Okay.
And he will land next to Lilith Hexbrex, do a funny dance, jeer at the crowd, and get everyone riled up with a chant of Lilith, 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 which heals her too.
Healing her by 1?
2. Dose.
Healing 2.
We can heal 2, right?
Yeah. I think to keep characters alive and to keep this going, we should allow healing by 2.
I mean, if you want to say it's only 1, that's fine. I have something else, but
no, I did it earlier, so I realized it afterwards. Let's make it so that we don't do it a lot. If chat wants to heal somebody by 3, let them.
Right. Don't forget, chat, it is now your turn. So
Face Flaya can do whatever he wants. And for those of you just joining us, these are the rules that we are playing by. Take a second to read this out. This is a versus match where you get 3 action points to hit or heal your favorite character that is in the arena today. And to go over the characters one more time, we have Lilith Hexbrex, the masterful witch of the Drukhari. She is one of the best fighters in all, if not the best fighter in all of the Drukhari. We have Caiaphas Cain, the hero of the Imperium, a character so lucky that he could take down Khorne Berserkers in melee. a character so badass that even Space Marines take a step back from him. Then we have Captain Titus, hero of Space Marine 1 and 2 and the 500 Worlds. Captain Titus was recently promoted back to being the captain of the 4th Company after Acheron was killed off screen. Definitely not related to Titus. And he has once again taken his mantle as the captain of the 4th, and he is one badass warrior representing Ultramar, representing the Ultramarines. There we go. Then we have Makari, the luckiest grot in the galaxy. His luck and perpetuality keeps him fighting, keeps him alive. And every time he dies, Gosgul just points to another grot and goes, "You're Makari, here." And Makari is once again reborn. Then we have the chat's created, the lore seekers created character, Face Flaya, a horrific monster of an orc who is known to spread the flare virus amongst all of the Necrons that he encounters because he views it as a right punishment and a good fight once he gets there.
That's right. He is he's specifically the skull on his ship, the Jolly Roger, if you will, or the Jolly Orc, if you want to think of it, is a flare skull with a crossbones behind it, which I always thought that was fun. We have a question from Godzilla Rex who asks, "Can Face Flaya heal the witch?"
Yeah, he could throw some kind of crazy concoction he has on her. So we'll say it heals by 1.
So I think what we're going to have is a teleporta activate. And in a green flash of light, a orc Mad Doc appears, stabs Lilith with some kind of weird syringe, cackles about how now she can fight even Anna, and then he teleports away back up to the attack moon so that Lilith gets her healing in.
But Godzilla Rex, who is Face Flaya hitting? Is he hitting 2 people? Is he hitting 1? You decide.
Dun, dun,
and
dun.
for $10 donation, you can throw in your own hands. You can be like, I want to see Captain Titus take 2 points of damage and Lilith take 1. Or I want to see Makari take 2. Or I want to see 3 characters take 1 each. Or I want to heal somebody by 2.
You're encouraging the lore seekers to throw hands in this exact battle.
Throw hands.
Throw hands. Who's ready to deal some damage? I think, unless somebody else wants to chime in, that the healing is probably all going on the Lilith, or is we could probably do a countdown if you want. Oh, wait, nope. Hit Titus, says Godzilla Rex. Godzilla Rex is basically deciding to run Face Flaya here.
So
Titus is looking down. He's looking a bit down. He has a great quote. He has a great quote though from Space Marine. And it's the quote that says, "If we die with vengeance on our lips." That's an actual quote.
That is the quote, and I know the exact scene. He raises the banner up, brings out his bolt pistol, and fights, and he commands the 4th Company to stand with him. In one of the greatest scenes that I wish lasted way longer in that game. I wish that scene was actually like 5 minutes. Ooh, I would absolutely love it. Okay, maybe 3 minutes. I think that would
say you're giving me some flashbacks to Xenosaga, which was a fun game, but the cutscenes was like, good lord, I need some popcorn because this is going to take forever.
It's no Metal Gear Solid, but it's up there.
Oh yeah, that's another one with some really long
3 hours before you could play the game.
Oh my gosh! All right, so whose turn is it?
It goes to Captain Titus.
Okay.
Captain Titus is bloody and bruised. His heart is pumping as hard as it could. His second heart has given out already, and his body is looking a bit broken. But his faith in the God Emperor and a voice in his head telling him to get up, Titus. He is needed. Rings in his head, and he's going to heal for 2.
For the Emperor!
And in that moment, he's going to raise his bolt pistol and fire it. And hit Face Flaya for 1.
Ow! In the face.
To Flaya.
Okay.
The gyro jets activate, pump it right into his head, and explodes. Luckily, a Mad Doc gave him an iron cranium.
In the future, don't forget, he's also got frag and crack grenades.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of his arsenal. All right, so let's see here. Is it Lilith's turn or Makari's turn?
It is Lilith's.
Okay. Well, Lilith will naturally do a flourishing bow towards Caiaphas Cain for the shot to the ankle. Let's see, I've used my knives and I've used the blades.
She does have a spear.
She an impaler, yes.
Yeah.
She will ask one of her witches on a hover. Oh, what do they call those things? Skyboard.
Yeah.
He flies in and tosses her an impaler, which is a really long spear. She'll twirl the spear and then hurl it at Caiaphas Cain, which doesn't actually hit him because he's too lucky, but it hits Jurgen, and seeing Jurgen in pain is enough to hurt Cain himself. For one.
So Caiaphas Cain being hit for one.
Correct. And she will heal herself for one because it's just only natural. And then she will take her knives and she will bestow she will actually throw a knife, I think is what we'll do. We'll throw a knife hard enough it's so skillfully thrown is this knife that it will penetrate the defenses of Captain Titus and deal another point of damage to him as well.
The
super
brutality
chat
of it.
Friend or traitor, if we die with glory. We die heroes' deaths, but we shall not die. It is the enemy who shall know death and defeat.
That is a quote from Dawn of War, and it is amazing.
They're metal boxes.
Metal boxes?
There was so one of the things on Lorebeards and role-playing is we're talking about doing a tier list of rules from one of the worst games ever called Hybrid. We could take a page out of that and do a tier list sometime for Dawn of War quotes. I have awoken. Metal boxes. Do you hear the voices too?
We shall take away their metal boxes. I still think the Psyker is my favorite with "Witness your doom."
Oh, that is a good one. I dig that.
Oh, that is so good.
Annoy them with our blood. It's the Lion. Thank you. All right, whose turn is it now?
All right, so it's Caiaphas Cain's turn. He is going to once again drink a cup of tea, look towards the crowd, see that this is all for a show, and knowing exactly where a blade is going to come, he's going to casually flick it away, twirl his saber, twirl his chainsword, and just drag it along Lilith's upper shoulder here. Not quite getting the death blow, but very close as the teeth rake against her skin. Only thing saving her is her crazy acrobatics. But we're going to hit her for 2.
Which in the tabletop game is I believe is an actual invulnerable save.
It is an info save. She has a 4-up.
Right, which
represent her crazy flexibility.
Really, it's literally a cockroach dodge. She just gets the hell out of the way. Oh, we got another super chat. Super Orlux says, I feel the warp overtaking me. It is a good pain. Yes. Well, yeah, Dawn of War quotes. They are the best. They are the
overtaking
best.
Me. It's a good pain.
Oh, you did it even better than I did. There you go. Nice.
Well, I mean.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's coming in fast and hot. Friend or traitor, Cain is about to embrace the oldest and noblest of pirate traditions. He's going to fight to run away.
So, friend or traitor, you have donated $10 in total with your 2. Do you wish to actually heal Caiaphas so that he may run away? And if so, by how much?
Well, that's an interesting one. We have a question from Scar, Prince of the Parade. Would you rather fight 100 squig swarm-sized Baneblades or one Baneblade-sized squig? I would say the latter, certainly. I would rather fight one giant squig than 100 squig swarm-sized Baneblades.
Oh, gods. I think, I'd probably take on the giant one and hope that I could set up enough things for it to step on.
I think I could hide from a giant squig. I don't think I could hide from 100 tiny Baneblades. That's hilarious. I dig that. All right, so friend of trader, if you want to chime in a little bit later about where Cain is directing his attention, that'd be great. Whose turn is it at the moment? Is it Face Leia's turn?
It is Makari's.
It's Makari's turn. All right, cool. Well, Looking at the field, Makari will naturally, I think, just orcs and space marines are just natural enemies, and Makari, even though he's Gretchen, he is still an orc, and he wants to be able to report back to Gaskell that he did something worthwhile. So he's going to smack Captain Titus while he's down for 1 hit point.
Boom.
He's going to smack Caiaphas Kane for 1 hit point.
Oh.
He's just going to whirl that boss pull around, smack them both on the back of their legs, and he will heal Face Flaya for 1 because he is a team player. Is Bakari? He's going to keep his. If maybe it's not his warlord, but it is an orc warlord, and he's like, I'll just help out a little bit. It never hurts.
All right, chat. You get to control Face Flaya. The first person to comment what Face Flaya is doing gets it.
Wow, we have a lot of just wild questions here. Heal Kane for all that $10 is worth, says Fender Trader. So full heal, all 3 points.
Boom. 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 Getting healed. His faith in the God Emperor and his want to run away is high. I mean, in all fairness, I'd want to get back to Amberley Vale as well.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you're in Cormorog and you're not a Drukhari, you do not want to be in Cormorog.
It turns out that's not a very nice place. It's a very bad neighborhood.
Can almost guarantee that if you are not a Drukhari in Cormorog, you do not want to be there.
So right now, as it stands, and for those of you that are just tuning in, these are the rules that we have for this game. You have 3 action points. You get to deal damage, you get to heal, or you get to heal and deal damage. You heal by a number. You can damage something up to 2 points. You can heal. Me and Ross we're deleting this rule of max of 1. You can heal however much you want up to those 3 points. Once you spend those 3 points, your resources are out, and that's it. Boop. So we got boom.
Flaya puts on a new face. He puts on a new face to heal himself and hits Titus again. So a new face. Well, okay. So what do we know about where they roam? Tau is also one of their enemies, if I remember right.
Oh, that has to be like multiple Tau faces.
No, I may be wrong. You know what? He asks Abalork to bring him a new face. Because Abalork is the knob who is his right-hand man.
Abalork, new face.
Abalork brings him a new face, which is probably I think we'll leave it up to chat as to which face it is. But by taking this face and attaching it to his body, it is enough of a salve to heal him. And then he hits Titus again.
Oh no, Titus is really low. So, speaking of Titus, as a superhuman warrior, his body is struggling to keep him going. His second heart has given up a long time ago at this point, but the battle must keep going. He cries out his war cry, screams for the Emperor, heals himself up by 2 once again, and lets out one mighty blow with his chainsword to hit Makari.
In the name of the Emperor, I cast you down!
Since Makari just tried to hit him while he was down.
That's true. I mean, that's true. It's fair.
He smacks him away with the chainsword. Not even hitting him with the teeth, just smacking him with the side of it. And you just hear a thump, and then
So whose turn is it next?
Emperor, I cast you down.
That's a good one, isn't it? It's a really good one. I dig that one quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right, so Lilith is going to let out a shrill whistle, and one of her Reaver jet bikes that is attached to her witch cult will swoop down at high speed. She'll catch a ride by clinging to the side of the bladed vanes of the Reaver jet bike, which will give her altitude and a chance to leap down in a tumbling acrobatic descent, blades first, which cuts both Titus and Kane for 1 each.
Oh.
And she will stand up, clash her knives together, and let out a victory cry, and the crowd will all rise to their feet and give her 1 health back.
And then everyone clapped.
And then everyone clapped. It's what we don't really know is that all the nobles of Cormorog are actually Reddit posters. So yeah, everyone clapped.
That celebration is going to be cut short real quick by a crack shot from superheated air as the las pistol bursts against her hand,
Kane.
hitting her for 2.
Ow.
And then he's going to give a cheeky smile, the cheekiest of smiles, with his nice chiseled jawline and with the light of a black sun in the background.
blood red sun.
Blood red sun in the background. He's going to look even more handsome than normal to her.
He does respect someone who can fight, so there's that.
In honor of the Invincible season finale, I gotta say Thragno dips this list. Yeah, considering no one on this list can hurt him.
I have not seen the finale, so please no spoilers.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I'm looking forward to it though. Invincible is one of my favorite shows.
I just finished it earlier and I was super happy with it. Absolutely enraptured by it the whole time. I love how they're playing up lawful evil as a character. It's really well done.
So, funny note, Robert Kirkman is one of the very few indie comic creators who has earned a huge measure of success. Invincible and The Walking Dead, both of which are his creations, are entirely creator owned. They're not owned by Marvel. They're not owned by DC. And to see him achieve where multiple seasons and in fact multiple spinoffs in the case of Walking Dead, it's kind of wild. It's honestly like if you were a comic book creator today, like 20 years ago, it was Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, those kind of guys, right? But now it's like Robert Kirkman is the standard of awesomeness. Okay, we've got a super chat from Shiva. Off topic, but peak Viltrum Empire versus Imperium, who would win?
The Imperium.
Yeah, very likely. Eventually, let's put it that way. In the end,
yeah, like the Viltrumites would destroy multiple planets. And are we talking? Okay, so peak. They had at their peak they had 100,000 Viltrumites. Or no, they had over 1 million, because that's how many are in the Ring of Death. But it's a lot. I think in the long run, Psychers would probably be their hardest adversary, and then they would be like Nurgle, like not Nurgle. Psychers would be the hardest thing for them to fight, and then they would have things that could cut through them, like power weapons. And that's mostly because power weapons interacting with supercells or smart cells is what the Viltrumites are made out of. Power weapons still push their atoms aside and cut right through them.
It would be it would be an insane fight though. Nolan in the comics, I think, or actually in the show, I'm not sure, but he says it's like over 6 billion at the height right before the Great Civil War.
Oh yeah. Then it's going to be really, really tough for the Imperium.
Hell of a fight, but in the end, I think the Imperium would prevail. They just have so many people and many weird weapons.
Also, the virus bombs would start to get to them. Because
can a Viltrumite survive a virus bomb? I think it's likely, actually.
I don't, because the virus bombs melt skin. I don't know if their supercells, their smart cells, could actually keep up with the regenerative needed to deal with a virus bomb. If they can get back to orbit, probably.
Open question. I think I'd say open question. Psychers would be the main way to even the odds, first of all, and then just some of that crazy technology, like vortex grenades and other things. But
custodians, Sisters of Silence would actually pose a pretty big threat to them.
6 billion Viltrumites is a hell of a that's a hell of an army, though.
Yeah, it is. You're talking like you're going to need cyclonic torpedoes to blow up the planets that they're on to deal with them. And there's a good chance that a lot of them survive the planetary destruction. That's a really good question, honestly.
That's I mean, that's one of the first things that's actually made me pause to say, I'm not sure. That would, like, in my head, I think the Imperium would prevail, but it would be a Pyrrhic victory at best. It would be like the last 100,000 Viltrumites attacking Earth, probably because they plow all the way through the segmentum solar, and they would be crazy strong.
I mean, if they got to Terra and just destroyed the Golden Throne, that's it. The Imperium is done.
What if Idios is Kuroshima?
Oh, yeah.
The Imperium is just too big even for 1 million flying bricks. 6 billion flying bricks, but yes, it is probably still too big. So whose turn is it?
I think... I should have kept track of this. Chad, help me out. Whose turn is it? I got distracted by a Viltrumite question.
Oh no! Roll a D4 or D5 or actually a D10 and split it in half.
No, I think Caiaphas Cain just went.
The auto resolve would not lead to an Imperium victory. We fight for that Pyrrhic victory instead. He's invoking the Total War Warhammer auto resolve there.
Yep.
So who went last? I
think it was Caiaphas Cain.
Cain went last.
Yeah, because he shot Lilith in the hand.
Okay. Ow!
So now it goes to Makari.
Oh, good old Makari. Okay. Well, we absolutely. So, funnily enough, Captain Titus, when he smashes Makari, he actually kills him. Like, Makari is dead. Okay. But the teleporters activate. A Grot shows up looking very confused, and then a few seconds later, his whole face just sort of like goes slack, and then his eyes refocus, and he picks up the boss pole, and Makari has been reborn. So Makari will heal himself for one. Then he'll smack Titus with the boss pole for daring to try and kill him. Oh no, he'll shoot him with a slug. See what you think. See if you like it. For 2. He'll
for 2. Oh my god, Titus is low on health. Chat, save Titus. All right. But it is Face Flayer's turn, so that means that chat, you get to choose. First person to comment what Face Flayer does is the one that controls him.
Right. And for just as a quick reminder, the hunting grounds of Face Flayer was Xenospace, which is why I was thinking Tau. But his favorite target is Necron vessels. I wonder why he's here, actually, Cormorant. Maybe he's chasing some Necrons, or was got caught up in a Necron dolmen gate, which is one of the ways they punch into the webway. Actually, that would be good. Yeah, follows the Necrons into a dolmen gate, got lost in the webway. So we got a Godzilla Rex is in control. He's got the boss pole right now. Faceflay is just having too much fun fighting Titus, so he heals him for free.
Oh. Like Titus is like breathing hard and just like holding himself up, and Facefly is like grabs him, picks him back up onto his feet, slaps him on the back, runs into the battle.
Ricky Chapman says that Facefly nuts him, and for people who are not familiar with UK slang, to nut someone means to headbutt them. It does not mean what you think it means.
I thought it meant like bag them.
That is not what it means.
His best enemy.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe.
And remember, chat, for $10, you can choose how you want to heal, damage, or potentially damage a lot of people. You have 3 action points. You can deal up to 3 damage to 1 person. You can deal damage to 2 people. You can heal somebody for 1 to 2 to 3, depending on your action points. Or you can choose how you want to fight. So 3 action points, $10 donation goes a long way to helping us out. This is how we're doing the versus matches. These are the rules. Ignore the healing one. We're kind of ignoring it for this one because I realized that at 1 healing, this would be over in an hour.
Oh, we got a super chat from Friend or Trader. You exist because we allow it, and you will end because we demand it. Makari, Is that actually a quote of Makari's?
I think that is a quote from Makari.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty hardcore for Makari. Yeah, that's really nice. Spitfire. He ain't no Anarian, but a good scraps a Spitfire. So famously, he fought, Face Flaya in Fantasy fought Anarian, which is where that is coming from. Whose turn is it?
So it goes back up to Captain Titus, and he's gonna catch his breath and heal for 1. Then, just because Face Flaya is there, even if Face Flaya thinks that he's a good fighter, he's gonna hit him for 2 and carve into him with that chainsword after he lets him stand up.
Well, he may notice. So Titus may have noticed that one of Face Flaya's skulls on his back spikes there is Hector Agrippina, which is one of the Gorgon's Talon space raids, and maybe that's what enraged him.
Ooh, I like that. So that's his turn. It goes to Lilith.
All right, Lilith. It's as everyone knows, she will attack Caiaphas Cain. Let's see, she's used her hair, she's used an impaler, she's used her pistol, she's used her knives, and her knives are her most common weapon. But I think this time she will let out a ululating call, and one of her witch skiffs will swoop down and toss her an agonizer that she will then whip out towards Caiaphas Cain, caressing him with the power field that sends him into a paroxysm of pain for 2 damage.
Oh, that is brutal.
And she will then continue the swing, do a triple backflip, land next to Titus, and hit him for 1.
Ooh. Titus also taking damage.
Well, and it's an agonizer, so it is it's maybe painful. Not a lot of damage, but it really hurts.
Maybe it jumpstarts his second heart again.
Clear.
So weirdly enough, the one thing about power fields that I do like is while other armies in the games have them, they are described slightly differently. And we don't quite know how Xenos power fields work, except for Votann. Votann use concussive power fields. So they use things like how Thunderhammers use their power field, where they hit and then they explode. Or the gauntlets would hit, then explode. Go figure. Votann like to hit and explode things. It's for diggy holing. But we don't have a good description of how Eldari power weapons work. We do know how some of their force weapons work, but we don't know how exactly their power weapons work. We don't know, like, the Imperium describes it as having a power field, but never goes into detail on what kind of power field it is. So we don't know if it's pushing atoms, or if it's actually, like, damaging the metal and sawing through it, or if it's something like Dune, where it's a vibration that's going through it.
Predator Trader says, Cain just shakes it off. How bad can an agonizer be? Well, agonizers, the whole purpose of an agonizer is to prolong suffering. It is, it actually inflicts it inflicts pain directly into the victim's nervous system, and it basically creates a sensation of unbearable agony until your nerves burn out. It's bad. Although I would argue that Cain is one of the few people in the Imperium lucky enough to be able to get out of it, or more likely, Jurgen just steps in and tanks it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's not actually just going to drop him to the ground in horrible agony.
Speaking of all of that, and his clothing's being torn by this Xenos filth weapon, he's going to try to load his las pistol, but accidentally drop one of the las cells, make a quick, hasty retreat, grab his las cell, reload his pistol, look at the charged las cell on the ground, and shoot it like a grenade.
Nice.
Blow it up under Lilith's feet. Because she sees, as she goes skipping towards him, she sees that he missed in his shot because his aim is off. Aw, poor baby. He wasn't aiming there.
He wasn't aiming. He hit what he aimed at, right? Okay.
Yep, for 2. Takes it off of Lilith. And then, again, with an award-winning smile, knowing full well that this is a show and his showmanship might actually keep him alive, he's going to strike a mighty pose with his weapon. One of those heroic poses that he's known for.
Oh, indeed.
Using his own propaganda to heal him.
I mean, there's probably a poster on the wall of the arena that has the exact same angle of his face, so the camera can see both of them at the same time.
So it goes to Makari.
Okay, so Makari, the new Makari, he will just avoid looking at the old Makari's body on the ground. He is going to probably hide behind Faceflay, using him as cover, jump out at the last possible moment in a surprise attack to stab the boss pole into one of the weak points of Captain Titus's armor for 1 hit point.
Pow.
And then spin around and leap on Jurgen, growling and thrashing his tiny fists, and do 2 points of damage to Kaifus Kane.
Oh.
Again, it's not actually damaging Kane. It's actually harming Jurgen, but Kane gets worried about Jurgen's safety. Greenskins and Valhallans are famously, they have a very strong antipathy towards one another. So it's very likely that the new Makari would look at a Valhallan and be like, it's my target. And that's why he would try to rip out his throat with his teeth. Oh, we got a super chat for Super Urlock. Lilith, it says, I want that man whimpering.
God damn it. Good joke.
Nice.
But speaking of chat and donations,
it's Faceflay's turn.
It is Faceflaya. So first person to comment Faceflaya. It's probably going to be Godzilla Rex.
I mean, so far he's been in the driver's seat, but maybe that's just fast.
Somebody take it from him. That would be funny. So
Faceflaya is, of course, he's in his mega armor, which is marked with Blood Axe markings because he's originally from the Blood Axe clan. And he is served by quite a few people. Abalork is just one of his many crew. He's got a mech crew. He's got Zug Zug Knucklebusta, who is a member of his crew, which I've always loved that one. We got Leia full attacks Titus, so 2 damage to Titus.
And then
you can heal somebody for 1. Because 2 is the most damage you can do, Super Luck. Does Faceflay want to heal anybody? He can heal himself. Okay, heals Kane for 1. There we go. From Joel466.
Heals Kane.
Why is Faceflay healing Kane? How is Faceflay healing Kane? I don't know. I think interesting. I think Faceflay senses that Kane is possibly the greatest fighter of this whole batch, because Kane has the most Black Library novels of any of them.
Oh, wait a second. That's one of them commissars. Like Yarick. I heard of him. He must be good.
Like Holt, which Faceflay has Holt's hat as part of his panoply. So possibly sensing that Kane may be even greater an opponent than Holt, he, maybe gives him some encouraging words of Orky wisdom. Oi, fight harder! That, Kane, who does speak Orc very fluently, I might add, Kane will understand this exhortation and feel a rush of vigor to heal his body.
Speaking of, not speaking of, Captain Titus. Holy crap, is he broken and bruised and battered and dying? But you know what he's going to do? He's going to hit Makari.
No!
He's going to end this little grot.
Makari's like, I'm just a little guy.
But the way he's going to do it is he's going to run up and just bat it with the chainswords, the side of the chainsword, and smash it into Faceflaya's face.
Okay.
So, hitting Makari for 1 and Faceflaya for 2.
Ow.
As the boss pole jabs him in one of his eyes, not protected by the mega armor. And he pulls it out, throws it to the ground, and another grot just appears.
Or we on the third Makari at this point.
Yeah, we're on the third Makari.
The luckiest Grot to ever live. Oh, we got a comment from Friend Trader. He says, Kane will be the rival to Face Flay. Finding good enemies is a hard thing.
So that was Captain Titus. Lilith is up.
Okie doke. So let's see. We've used the skiffs. We've used the skyboards. Okay. She's going to call for a net, a shard net from one of her witches. Is going to toss her this device. She will fling the shard net over Caiaphas Kane, which pins him in place and cuts him very slightly for 1 heart.
Oh, hang on. There we go.
And sensing that Titus is close to death, she will proclaim to the crowd, "The Space Marine's blood is mine." She'll run over and try to. She will engage in a duel with Captain Titus, and at the end of it, she is unmarked, but Titus is bleeding from 2 mortar spots on his armor for 2 damage.
Oof. Oh wait, did that go on Face Flaya?
I don't know. Wasn't watching.
Well, Face Flaya stole the health, maybe.
But that brings Titus down to 3 health. Ha ha ha!
He is brutalized. All right, it goes to Kane. Kane, seeing that his Space Marine companion is rather wounded, realizes that that Space Marine now won't actually, tell the Inquisition about this. So he's gonna conveniently step on the side. Seeing that Lilith is standing there next to standing there dueling the Space Marine, he's going to once again do a crack shot right at her, shooting her in the spine to try to immobilize her.
In the spine? Ow.
I mean, if you need to immobilize an opponent, spine or neck.
It is the grim darkness of the far future. I really shouldn't be surprised.
And then he's going to look to Titus and just be like, "Get up, the Emperor demands it." The Emperor demands it of you, Space Marine. I always love the way they say Space Marine in any of the animations, because they always say it as Space Marine. Regardless of the animation, they always say it like that.
Well, I think it's Dawn of War 1, maybe Soulstorm, possibly. Gabriel Angelos is like, "We are the Space Marines." It's very Space Marines. It's a weird way to say it.
I will always give it to Grimskull.
Yeah.
Space Marine.
There we go. Yeah. That's more like Spice Marine, right?
Steal my Titans. Steal my loot. I'll rip your guts right out your throat.
Gore Guts. We're gonna have to do a whole episode on Gore Guts eventually. He's so cool.
Oh no, that's Grimskull.
Oh, that's Grimskull.
Space Marine 1.
You're right.
But yeah, we do have to do one on Gore Guts as well.
I mean, we on the video games wouldn't be bad. A tier list of the video games wouldn't be bad. Okay,
so now it's Makari's turn.
Makari! All right, the new Makari. The new Makari is going to, let's see here. Blazing with the energy of the Great Green, the 2 gods, Gork and Mork, will appear in the sky, wrestling with one another, pausing long enough just to bless Makari with a heal of 2.
Whoa.
And Makari, fully energized, will leap on the back of Captain Titus and bite him right on the ear for 1.
Ow!
For Gaskell!
All right, so Face Flay's turn. Chat, you know what to do. It is Face Flay's turn. Go ahead and write in what you want him to do. And again, remember, if you want to heal one of these characters or you want to kill Captain Titus, you can do so. You have to wait until he's down to 2 hearts to kill him, because you can only deal a max of 2 damage. But
but Titus is right there. He's almost there.
He's almost dead.
Oh, we got one. Spitfire 703. Face Flay grabs Makari, throws him back at Titus. Makari bounces off Titus's armor and hits Kane and Lilith instead. 1 damage to Makari, Kane, and Lilith.
Cool.
I'm a very excited sports announcer, apparently.
Ow, to all 3.
Oh my God, the humanity. Way to go.
I think we got 2 super chats.
Super Orlok comes in with a steel chair. Face Flay engages Titus in a face biting contest. The Orc wins. That takes Titus out.
Gives his last to the Emperor.
Courage and honor.
as his face is bitten off Yeti style, if you've seen that movie, and
Wow.
thrown the Space Marine to the side because he was not a worthy fight.
Wow. The
And then
crowd
we
goes
got
wild. The crowd goes absolutely wild. We got last one from Ricky Chapman. Nice. Coming in with steel chair. Kane, while trying to shoot Lilith, accidentally shoots a caged Claude Fiend. Oh, very cool. Enraged, the Fiend breaks out, distracting everyone, allowing Kane to take a breath and heal 3 hit points.
Cool. Okay.
Very nice.
Oh,
And that
did I
is.
just steal these from Makari? I think I did.
Hey, what are you doing?
I think Makari was on this. I may have messed up a little bit.
The gods are fickle. It is the 41st millennium.
Gork and Mark were involved.
The gods are fickle. Face Flaya has definitively. He's the first one to definitively take an opponent out, which is, I mean, that's appropriate. He's a mega armored war boss. He's strong as hell, and getting Titus out of the way is probably a good idea, actually.
Now, here's the question for you.
Mm-mm.
Does getting your face bitten off kill a Space Marine? Well, Titus is certainly down on the ground and not moving, but is he dead?
I can answer this question. I can answer this question with lore.
What? On a lore podcast?
I know. During the Horus Heresy, a member of the Sons of Horus called Horus Aximand got his face chopped off by a power sword, literally sliced off. He had to later surgically reattach it, but it did not kill him. So yes, Space Marines can in fact survive getting their faces chewed off or sliced off.
So, but does Face Flaya believe that he has killed him? Well, Titus is down on the ground and not moving. So as of right now, he is dead.
Titus's only chance is, we're not sure, because there's no events to bring him back.
Nope, not yet.
So for the purposes of this particular contest, I believe he is out.
Yeah, for this contest, he is gone. He is done.
So is he dead? We're not sure, but he's certainly out of the fight.
Well, it goes to Titus's turn.
And
All right, that's Titus's turn.
Love it. Whose turn is next?
It goes to Lilith.
Lilith Hesperak. Alrighty then. Let's see. Well, Lilith is obviously going to flip her hair at Kane one more time for 1 heart. She and Kane are just there. It's a fight. It's a flirt. She is quite in love with him at this point, I think, because of all the damage he has inflicted, and he's still standing. It is very common in Caiaphas Kane's books for him to have romantic liaisons with women he meets, which is why we're doing this weird fight flirt thing. It's just in character for Kane.
Also,
Lilith,
it's in character for Kane to take advantage of these kinds of situations.
Indeed. Absolutely 100% agreed. So Lilith will take a page off of Ricky Chapman, I think here. She will jump on the back of the rampaging Claude Fiend and steer it into Face Flayer, inflicting 2 damage to the Orc War Boss without herself getting harmed, because she's going to flip off the Claude Fiend at the same time as Face Flayer punches it with the Solarite Power Gauntlet, which creates a feedback loop between the 2 creatures. And Face Flayer takes some damage, but Lilith is now behind him, licking the blood off of her knife. Space Marine blood. Tasty.
As the poor Claude Fiend just explodes.
Yeah, well, he's not. He doesn't have a name or anything. He's just window dressing for this battle.
Mm-hmm. So now it goes to Caiaphas Kane, and he sees a foot behind the Orc War Boss, and once again, seeing that opening, fires, knowing full well that she can't see him, and hits her for 2. But knowing full well that orc is big and dangerous, she shoots him as well. Face Flaya also taking damage.
All right, so the current stats is Lilith has 4 hit points. Caiaphas Kane has 9 or 10. 10. He has 10. Makari is in the lead with 13, and Face Flaya has 9.
Yep.
9 hearts left.
I mean, if we go by golf rules, Titus is winning.
That's not how it works. In the arenas of Cormorant, there are no golf. Although, I mean, the first person to build a 9-hole a course in Cormorant would be a very rich man, though. I would have to agree.
Yeah.
All right, so who's up next?
So now, you just did Makari, right?
No, I just
No,
did
I did
Lilith.
Caiaphas Kane. It goes to Makari, and then Face Flaya is coming up. So, chat, if you want to write it in now, you can steal and you can get Face Flaya.
All right, Makari bellows a war cry. For Gretchen, it's not a very loud war cry. Yeah! He bellows his war cry. He runs up the back of Face Flare, uses him as a launching point to leap off and smash his staff for 2 damage at Caiaphas Kane, his boss pole.
Pop.
And landing, he will wave the boss pole as the top of his lungs and shout, Face Flaya is the best, which will increase Face Flaya's hearts by 1.
Ooh, I like it. All right, so who got it? Boom, Ricky Chapman.
Face Flaya grabs the corpse of the fiend, the Clawed Fiend, and flings it into Caiaphas Kane.
2 damage.
For 2 damage, and he can do 1 heal, Ricky Chapman.
Or it could hit somebody else.
Yeah, it's either, so we got anybody who wants to chime in. We've got 1 point of healing or damage still available for Face Flaya. But picking up the Clawed Fiend as a weapon is pretty great. They are massive alien creatures with naturally very long claws. The Jukari are commonly used. Are they commonly associated with the Jukari? I think so.
Yeah, they're commonly used by the Jukari.
Yeah, I think they're the Beastmasters, right? The Beastmasters use them.
Yeah, the Beastmasters use them. Face Flaya is having so much fun throwing the Gretchen and does so dealing 1 damage.
1 damage to Makari. Okay, so that's where we got that out. Yeah. The Denorian sector is the home of the Clawed Fiends.
All right. Caiaphas Kane is injured. But his faith in the Emperor is strong, and Jurgen's melt-a-shot is stronger. He's going to take a shot. He's going to heal himself a 1 with an inspirational speech that he says in his head.
He rehearses it.
He's going to take a melt-a-shot that lines a cone. But Makari conveniently ducks himself behind the war boss, and he's going to hit Lilith for 1.
Okay.
And Face Flaya for 1.
All right. Yeah, that's very common for Makari to be able to evade that kind of attack. Jurgen, of course, probably causes Lilith Hesprax to wrinkle her nose because he is a very smelly person.
It's why she can't stay in melee with him. She
just keep moving around because of the smell. Yeah, it's absolutely true.
Also, bringing a blanket to Kamara.
And tea.
Yeah. Oof. All right, it goes to Makari's turn.
All right, Makari.
Sorry. Lilith's turn. I skipped. I went to Caiaphas's turn. It's Lilith's turn first before Caiaphas.
Is it? Okay.
All right. Sorry, my bad. I missed Titus. That's on me.
Did you really miss him though?
I do miss him. He's missing his face.
I think Lilith is going to. She's actually going to kiss Kane, and while she's kissing Kane, he's distracted enough that she jabs a knife into him for 2 damage.
Oh.
She'll back off, give him a big bloody smile, and then take the second knife and fling it at Face Flaya for 1 damage.
Ooh, that's pretty gruesome.
Right, and then she'll leap up on top of one of the little idols of Kane that are part of the arena and do a quick flourishing bow to the audience to get them all riled up.
All right, we did Kane's turn, so it goes to Makari.
Okay, Makari. Oh boy, Makari. Seeing that Jurgen is extremely well equipped for an Imperial Guardsman, will run over and steal one of Jurgen's frag grenades. He'll pull the pin and roll it underneath Kane for 2 damage.
Oof.
Boom! Shakalaka. And then he will stand up and proclaim that Makari is now the best and gain a health back.
All right, it is Face Flaya's turn. So, chat, if you want to steal Face Flaya, and use them for your own wishes. Just look at the scoreboard. Lilith and Caiaphas are down to 2. Makari has an odd number of health points right now. Sorry, 3. Makari has an awful lot of health for a grot.
He's unusually lucky.
How dare this grot declare that he is better than Face Flaya? That doesn't seem right. So, chat, if you want to use Face Flaya, now is your chance.
Right. Let's see who comes up with something for that. The Claude Fiend, though, that was a good call out by Ricky Chapman, who is a RPG enthusiast, and I believe he's actually gone to Cormorant in his game. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Ricky Chapman, but I think you said you went there as part of your adventures. The Claude Fiend, of course. Oh wait, we do have a comment from Godzilla Rex. Face Flaya does not trust the grot and punts him for, well, he can't do 3 damage. You can do 2 damage, and you can do either 1 damage or 1 heal with the last point, Godzilla.
Or where is that last point going? Is it going to go into Lilith Hexbrax, Caiaphas Cain, Titus's corpse? Don't really hit Titus's corpse.
Yeah, please don't.
Face Flaya could also heal himself for 1 if he really wants. By grabbing a piece of the Claude Fiend and eating it.
Heals the witch, he says.
Heals the witch?
Yep.
Oh.
He just gives Lilith Hexbrax one of those big thumbs up. You got this.
Speaking of, it is her turn.
Okay, well, it is time, I think, to it's time to get in the final licks on Caiaphas Cain. So she's going to go in, both blades blazing. She's going to land. She's going to cut him on the neck. She's going to cut him on the leg. She's going to stand there and just study him. And she will lean down and whisper in his ear that he was a truly worthy opponent, and she will remember him when he's gone. That's 2 damage to Caiaphas Cain, and she will then. She'll respond to Face Flaya's encouragement with a blast from her splinter pistol, which causes 1 damage to Face Flaya. Thanks! Blam! Which is the most Drukari thing I could think of to do.
Caiaphas Cain is not out yet.
1 health remaining.
He's heavily breathing. And remember, chat, at any moment, you could donate $10 and kill Caiaphas Cain. He is down to 1 health. Or 2 in this case, because I'm gonna heal him for 1. Just keeping him in there.
Brief prayer to the Emperor. Actually, no, he doesn't pray. He wouldn't do that. Yeah.
Jurgen responds to him, a brief prayer to the Emperor.
Jurgen would pray. Yeah, Jurgen's praying.
Yeah. And Jurgen levels his gun and takes 2 off of Lilith.
Revenge.
He gets close to her. She takes a step back, steps in blood for a second, and for an instant looks down. Caiaphas yells. She looks up, then gets blasted by the Melta. But luckily, at the last possible second, she gets out of there, and it burns most of her upper arm.
And her hair. You shot my hair. How dare you? We have a super chat from Ricky Chapman. Gazbill is watching in the crowd. Oh, wow. Hey, he's in the crowd. Throws a bottle at Face Flaya. Gazgul's got money. The grot survives a bit longer.
All right. You know what? I'll give it to you for 1 damage. Fine. That seems fair.
For $5?
Bonk.
Thank you, Ricky Chapman, for participating.
If you do an extra 5, we can do the full 3 damage.
Well, 2 more rounds.
Yeah.
Or however you want to do it.
Yeah, it's the full 3 action. Sorry.
The full 3 actions.
So that was Caiaphas Cain. It goes to Makari.
All right. Makari, seeing Gazgul in the audience, gets a sudden rush of confidence. He is going to run over and he's going to pick up Titus's chainsword awkwardly. You know, he has to shuffle the boss pole. He's going to keep that in one arm, and he's going to pick up. He's going to spin himself around at high speed until he gets enough centrifugal force for the chainsword to lift off the ground, and he'll release it at the last second so it goes spinning through the air and inflicts 1 damage on Caiaphas Cain. Actually, you know what? Let's take Caiaphas out. That'll be the end of Caiaphas Cain.
Killing Caiaphas Cain.
Yeah.
With a chainsword.
The crowd roars so loudly Makari will in fact do a little celebratory dance and gain a health back.
All right. Boom.
How did I kill both of your characters? How did that
Because
happen?
I spread my damage evenly.
I do not know how this happened.
Was that a new super chat?
No, that's the little one. We already read
that's
that
the old one. Okay.
Yeah. But we're down.
Right.
The two Imperium characters are down. It's just it's Lilith v Makari v Faceflaya, and Makari's got the most health.
Makari does. So that was Makari's turn.
He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. You don't need to worry about him.
It goes over to Faceflaya. So chat, you could take control of Faceflaya, and there's a perfectly good target that you could kill with him.
It's true. Lilith is in range to be taken out of the fight if you want to do that.
So first person to comment it gets the kill.
That is a good point. And I did go back and look again at some of the things we did with Faceflaya. He does happen to have a shard of Landragor, the Flayer. He's got the only remaining shard of that Satan as part of his ship. It's on board his ship somewhere. Spitfire 703, a flayed one. A flayed one breaks free from the attack moon, doing 2 damage to Makari. Lilith heals 1 from Makari's pain.
Oh.
She does enjoy pain. In fact, that is part of how the Drukhari keep their souls at bay from Slaanesh, is they feed on the suffering and agony of others. So that is absolutely based in the lore. Well done. Good job, Spitfire.
Look at all these wounds that were
so that's a lot of blood. That is a lot of blood. This arena is getting sticky. Smells like copper in here.
So that was Faceflaya.
Faceflaya, yeah.
That goes back to Lilith. How is Lilith going to survive this?
I literally cannot believe she's still around at this point. All right. Well, Lilith will vent her fury at being denied the chance to kill Cain herself. But she's not going to blame Makari. He is just a little guy. She's going to blame Faceflaya. She's going to swoop in. She's going to grab the impaler that she had used against Cain, and she's going to try and jab it right through Faceflaya's arm. It actually hits the mega armor, and there's a brief flicker of the force field that never seems to work, that you like so much.
Oh my god, I hate that force field. I found like 3 animations that activate force fields.
She's going to do 2 damage to Faceflaya and take a healing from the pain.
Ooh, nice.
I don't know how this happened, y'all. I have actively not been healing Lilith for quite a while.
So then it goes to Makari.
Okay. Makari, I think I have to hand Makari to you, Alexis, because if I have Makari and Lilith both, that they're not going to be fighting each other, and that's not great. So why don't you take control of Makari? You don't have a character right now.
Makari once again runs over to the Space Marine and starts looting his stuff and grabs a shooter from him.
Yeah, the bolt pistol.
He has to put it up. Yeah, it's a shooter to him. It's huge.
Oh, that's right.
And
yeah.
He sets it with his hand down on it, and he goes like this. And then he pulls the trigger, and the recoil just blasts right through Makari as his body falls limp.
He kills himself in the process. But he does 2 damage. He deals
1 damage to Faceflaya and 2 damage to Lilith as the bolt rips through part of Lilith's leg.
Ow. That is the most dangerous grot in the galaxy. Look at him go.
And then Goskull in the audience laughing and slapping his leg goes, get in there, and throws Makari back into the arena.
A new Makari has appeared. This is our 4th Makari?
Yep, 4th Makari.
All right, who's next after we're...
So, chat, it goes back to Faceflaya. How do you guys want to do this? There are so many wounds on Makari left. I don't know how Makari is still alive, to be honest.
Luckiest grot.
He is the luckiest grot. Look at that.
Faceflaya, you have the chance to take Lilith out of the fight if you want. Oh, wait. Here we go. Angered by being hit by that shooter. Face Flayer attacks the grot for 2 and heals 1 from eating the clawed one's corpse.
Hell yeah. So boom, boom, and then boom. Heals.
Oh,
Now
I
it
don't
goes to
like that.
Lilith.
All right. Well, Lilith is... I hate to say it, but on Cormorant, fighting a grot, especially when you're the Witch of Witches, is just beneath you. It's just beneath you. However, there are times that require some less than honorable actions. So she's going to anoint one of her blades with poison and stab Makari with it for 2. And she'll walk up to Faceflay and say, is he with you? And while she's distracting him with her beauty, she will whip her hair around and slice him for 1 with the blades woven into the tips of her hair.
I could actually say one more thing to that. Seeing the injury on his eye, she hooks a blade into it to
there you
gouge
go.
out that eye.
Yeah, there you go. Now we're talking.
Makari, getting hit by a knife, trying to pull it out, falls onto one of the corpses that's still like intact and bleeds out on top of it. The other corpse then pushes Makari off of Makari and gets back up.
The Makari number 5 has entered the fight.
Looks around, sees a spent bolt round, a bolter, runs up to the Space Marine, grabs his grenade, and sees that they're fighting right next to him. And as the fight gets closer to him, he just goes, grabs the grenade and just goes, "Eat this!" and pulls the grenade out.
Leaving the pin behind. All right, so where does the damage go?
Well, I see it fitting to be boom, boom. And then while this corpse goes flying through the air, Gosgul in the audience goes, "Ha! Hey, wait, that was Makari. Tell me put another one in there." And a new one comes in healed.
Makari number 6 has arrived on the battlefield.
In through a bolt of lightning driven by orky mechanics and know what's another Makari is born.
The audience at Cormorant has never seen anything like this before. They are going wild. The amount of agony you can get out of a being who can't die, that's pretty great.
Now, it is Faceflayer's turn. He is rather injured. There is a Lilith Hexflex on the verge of death, and there is a gloating grot in the middle.
So he punts the grot for 2 damage and heals himself for 1, according to Super Warlock.
Pow!
Sorry, friend of traders. Super Warlock got there first. We are going with the first answer from chat, right? That's how that works.
Yep, first answer.
All right,
so wow, goes to Lilith.
There is a grand total of 8 health left on the field.
Yep.
I love it. All right. Lilith is going to look up at the stands to see Asdrubal Vect, the Grand Overlord of Cormorant, who will rise. He will point towards Faceflaya and do a thumbs down. So therefore, Lilith, bound by her oaths and as the Witch of Witches, she will leap over Faceflaya, jab a dagger into the back of his skull, which is not fatal for orcs because, they have very, very thick skulls. But she will inflict 2 damage to Faceflaya. She will land and lick the blade of the orcish blood to heal herself for 1.
Now, chat, at any moment, you could donate $10 and kill one of 2 characters.
or Lilith
Hexflex.
Yep.
Or you could heal them and keep them alive. Do you really want something that you created dying?
Wow. This is yours. It's yours. What are you doing with it?
So, Makari, as he tumbles and rolls from that kick, realizing that several of his bones are broken, stabs his banner down, holds it up high as he can, and he just goes, pulls out his shooty and fires one shot at Lilith.
Does he want to take her out?
And
Makari.
then,
no, okay.
Healing himself for 1, as he's screaming in the name of Gorkamork, and then he just says, "You're no Gazgul!"
Oh
and
no.
levels his
No!
pistol
Makari
at
is
the
the...
wound on his eye. Hold on, hang on. They told me how to do this. Bang!
Well, he probably misses, but the ricochet gets him, actually hits the knife in the back of Face Flay's head, because that's a very lucky shot.
Face Flaya, roaring in anger, seeing this grot level a gun towards him, runs towards him with his fist ready. The shot bolts out. He dodges it. It ricochets off of a piece of metal, comes back through, and blows out the entire wounded half of his skull as Face Flaya lays on the ground with his face.
Predator Trader, are there any wards? Are there any wards? I think Face Flay would have to say something like, "I'll be back." Because this, it's Face Flay. Just like Titus, he may not be actually dead. He's just out of the fight.
He just got half his skull blown up. That's not lethal to an orc.
Not at all. I mean, Gazgul's been decapitated.
Twice.
Indeed. All right, so we're down to Lilith versus Makari.
What a fight.
What a fight. All right, Lilith, who is scowling at the fact that she has to fight this little 3-foot Gretchen. There is no glory in this battle, regardless of how it works out. There is no glory left.
How it works out.
So she's gonna do that cool move where you like kick a weapon off the ground and catch it with an agonizer, and she's gonna go out. She's gonna make sure he feels some pain, and she's gonna come rolling in. She's doing one of those cool rolling moves where you do a shoulder roll and come up with the weapon extended. She's gonna tap Makari for 2 damage because that's the most I can do, and I'll heal myself for 1 from the agony inflicted by the grot, who is screaming and rolling on the ground. He has never felt such pain.
This grot falls, and as the banner falls down, another little hand grabs it as one of the corpses of Makari gets up
and does the final blow.
Grabs the shard net that was sitting on the ground and throws it at Lilith.
And that's 2 damage. That's the fight.
Lilith goes down.
The first versus match is won by Makari the Gretchen. The grot wins the fight. Woo! He's the last one standing. Who would have expected that?
So we do have our winner, which is that sure is a winner.
Of all the warriors, he is certainly one of them.
And I will show you the picture that I used for this.
Look at that.
This is so I don't know who drew this. If somebody can find the artist, I would love that. But I saw this image and this is what I used. This is the winner of the first versus match.
He truly is the most lucky grot, says Godzilla Rex. And we have a super chat. Friend or Trader says, the spirit of the red gobbo possesses Makari. Freedom! Freedom! He puts on a red coat and runs away.
Gazgul in the stands. Ah, that's my boy!
Our champion, everybody. Our champion.
So, is there any lore that we could do to possibly explain this?
Well, again, he is the luckiest grot in existence. I don't think we could do a whole episode of Makari, but we can definitely talk about Gazgul and Makari as a single episode for sure.
All right, this is a really good way to explain it. And Lilith wakes up screaming from this nightmare.
Right? Getting defeated by a grot. Oh, we got another super chat from Ricky Chapman. Gazgul gives Vec the finger.
Tell me what's out of there with his grot.
So, yeah, Makari's actual nickname is the Lucky Grot. He has an absurd knack for surviving battles that should easily kill him. So this is entirely lawful for him to be the winner of this battle. He has accompanied Gazgul in almost every campaign, and he waves a banner, sometimes called a boss pole, sometimes just called a waving stick. He acts basically as a mascot for the Orc Warlord. the war boss, and he's considered like a rabbit's foot. He's a sign of good fortune amongst the orcs. He apparently, the first Makari survived to 9 years old, which is incredibly ancient for Grot standards, before he was crushed to death after Ghazghkull sat on him after a battle. And after his remains were scraped off and his banner pole was cleaned up, that's when another Makari appeared. There's a novel, Ghazghkull Thraka, Prophet of the Wog, which expands Makari a bit more. This is where we get the idea that Makari is a title that's passed on, and the Grot then becomes possessed kind of by the spirit of Makari. Things like that. Oh, we have another super chat. We already did that one. Sorry. Apologies.
Makari is also fluent in Gothic.
That's right.
Well, as fluent as an orc can be. But it's rather amusing that he can actually talk to an inquisitor and almost get to the point of reverse interrogating them.
In a way, he represents the orcish power of belief, because he is just a Grot, but because Ghazghkull insists that he matters, he just keeps coming back. And when you're the prophet of Gork and Mork and you are doing a galaxy shaking wog, if you insist that you have a banner bearer named Makari, then by golly, you're going to have a banner bearer named Makari, no matter what.
So the weaponry of the Grots that we can talk about for Makari is, one, the boss pole, which might occasionally include something that has a power field on it.
I think I'm getting it wrong. I think that's not a boss pole. I think boss poles are what the bosses wear. I think that's
they have it on the back.
Right. So banner's appropriate, but
this is a Wa banner.
The official term is wave and stick.
Yeah. But Makari is really good with certain weapons. More specifically, they're better with things called Grot blasters, which are slightly smaller than sluggas. But they are still in the category of slugga. Slugga being the weapons used by the boys. But Grots, they have small hands, so they typically have smaller firearms. Things like shotguns, blunderbusses, which is a type of shotgun. They could have a type of rifle, but they're usually seen with a simple, like almost pipe-like pistol. It's not a very reliable weapon, but it is weirdly more reliable than the orcs' slugga, because it is made by Grot hands, and Grots are a bit better in at building than typically the orcs, because they have little hands. They're more delicate. They're also smarter than orcs for the most part.
It's not a wave and stick; it's a lucky stick. I'm getting a lot wrong here today. Apologies. The banner. It is definitely a banner. Yeah, Makari's cool. When we first started talking about this versus thing, we were talking about like who's going to win, and my first thought was, oh, it's got to be Makari. I'm going to pick Makari because Makari is going to survive everything.
Yep.
However, I was the only one who believed this, and even so, going into this fight, I was like, I don't know. Like, it's going to depend on what Face Flaya does. It's going to depend on if Titus chooses. But I think Makari's survival can be explained because he's just a Gretchen. And most of the time when we were looking at who's fighting whom and who's doing what, we were going after opponents that mattered more than a Grot that you literally can't kill. So I think he wins largely just because he was overlooked.
Also, the fact that no one knows Makari's abilities in the arena. Like, right. Lilith Hexprex is known by Captain Titus because he was part of the Death Watch. He would know about the witch cult. He would probably know the name designated by the Death Watch for Lilith, because they probably wouldn't respect them enough to call them by the name that they choose. The Orc, on the other hand, would have instinctual knowledge on how to fight Eldar and Space Marines, but beating a Grot is just beating a Grot. You just hit him. Where Makari would have knowledge on how to fight everything, because he has to fight to survive at all times.
I think if we do another one of these, I think we have to specify that the characters chosen must be seen as a legitimate threat, and that would enable that would close this loophole in the future.
Yeah.
So that we don't bring out the cutest, smallest thing we can. Otherwise, that will become a running joke, I think.
I don't see the problem with bringing out the cute thing to fight.
Sure, but it has to be a legitimate threat. And where Makari, in this case, I think he got a loophole in this first one to succeed. So, what did you think? What's your opinion on the verses?
I thought it was a lot of fun. I think it'll be a lot more fun once we include all of the Lorebeards into it.
Hmm.
As of right now, they didn't answer in time, so this was a test run of it, and I think it went surprisingly well. I
Well,
liked our winners.
Andy and Ryan are very busy guys, so I mean,
Yeah.
it makes perfect sense. They can't be like, hey, we're not going to drop everything and be here. We will try to plan out another one in the future where we can include more people. Maybe Vera, maybe Lindsay, whoever we can grab for the Lorebeards
Mhm.
team and to join us, because I think this would be a lot more fun with more Lorebeards taking part. There's Lilith Esprax, there's Caiaphas Kane, and Jurgen in the background there. There's Captain Titus. God, look at him. What a Chad. He's just an awesome dude.
And this is the art that I was using by Rob
For Face
for the art.
Flaya. So let's see here. We'd have a interesting thing here. Try to keep the Grots down. Ross is the enemy of revolution.
Yeah. Well, weirdly enough, I think the Grots, like, as a joke, Grots have proven to be one of the hardest things for me to fight in the current Armageddon game that I'm playing on my channel.
Oh, really?
They're absolutely terrifying. They deal so much damage because they have more reliable hitting than the orc vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
We have little Texprex, and these are the blades that that she uses, along with the blades on her back and the hooks in her hair and the witch suit.
That is definitely a witch suit and not a bikini.
Yeah, totally.
There's no world in which a casual observer would look at that and say that's just a bikini. No, that is in fact a witch suit.
Weirdly enough, I have almost the same top in my closet.
Can you pull off the gloves though? That's the.
Oh yeah, easily. I actually was thinking of doing a Lilith cosplay.
Wow.
Like, not gonna joke. I love the way she looks.
I mean, the hair would be the challenging part, I think.
It's just hair extensions. It's actually really easy. The hardest part is actually using a toilet paper tube to keep it up.
I put painting bones on it.
Oh no, you'd actually just stick those through it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I am follically challenged myself, so I just do not understand how these things work. But we are, I think we're not going to just keep going on this, so we probably want to find a way to wrap up this show.
Yep. Also, keep in mind this image of Caiaphas Kane is actually propaganda.
Well,
it
yes,
is
because it's a bolt pistol. Yeah, say most images of Kane are actually completely incorrect.
Yep.
The joke about Kane is that so much of what he accomplishes is thanks to Jurgen, and it's not like he minimizes Jurgen, but other people minimize Jurgen because Jurgen is a blank and a null, and they just don't like him. And so much easier to focus on the handsome, heroic commissar, even if the handsome, heroic commissar didn't actually do all that much.
So I think for the next 5 minutes, we'll give it over to questions that you guys have relating to lore, and then we'll wrap up this episode. So
that seems fair to me.
Yep.
I think next time we're gonna pick some.
Whoa.
Ah! Oh my God! What's happening? Oh no!
I clicked the wrong buttons. Don't mind me.
Oh my God! The world went topsy turvy there for a bit. I would like to include some interesting characters in the next round for sure. Although we could do a 30K version, which would be kind of interesting, or we could do a all. We could pick a particular faction and have all the characters of that faction fight it out. That'd be kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of different ways to take this and put some spins on it. Saint Celestine needs to enter the arena, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Saint Celestine, guaranteed.
And then she could pull off all the same moves as Makari, but actually be a threat.
We do have a question from Godzilla Rex. Do Dark Eldar eat grots?
Okay. Maybe. Yeah, like as in terms of physically consume, it's possible. There's
in the Void Reaver book, they do talk about exotic foods, which I assume could include orc meat and grot meat.
Sure.
And I mean, if you could breed a bunch of grots on a planet, since they breed really well, I mean, you just have to cull the orcs. you could probably make a good amount of food off of them. Same with squigs. You can make a good amount of food off of them. You just need to go and kill them.
Now, in the arenas of Cormorant, though, it's not about consuming the flesh. It's really about the Dark Eldar nourishing their souls with the agony and pain of the victims. Because that's their jam, and that's how they keep out of the grasp of she who thirsts, aka Slanesh. So when I was talking about them feeding on Makari's pain, it wasn't like devouring his flesh, but it was really just a psychic. Well, I mean, it's sort of psychic, I guess, but it is a way in which they nourish their souls with the emotion or the
But
sensation.
we do know that Eldar eat.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
they definitely do.
I know that sounds random, Ross, but that is a question that a lot of people have. Is like, if you're going to make a universe, you have to make the universe of living creatures. They have to have an actual environment in which they can make their food and eat it.
Right, but what do Eldar poop?
Crystals, obviously.
According to C.S. Goto, right? Is that the novel?
No, that's Xenology.
Xenology. Oh, God, it's just as bad as C.S. Goto. Yes, according to the cursed book of Xenology, Eldar poop crystals.
If lore has two paths, and we know these two paths, it either leads to Xenology or it leads to the war in heaven. And the worst part is, I'd rather it lead to the fucking the war in heaven. They poop crystals because of the pain. Aw, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Well, also, according to Xenology, orcs are fungal balloons with no bones.
They definitely have bones. I would put I would wager a great amount of money to say that orcs definitely have bones.
Oh yeah, considering they're included in the skulls box.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm certain that they have bones.
Yeah. But the Xenology book describes them more as cartilage than bone, and it's like, nope, dumb.
Xenology is everything in Xenology is wrong. Literally everything.
Yep.
Oh,
granted,
my God.
I do want a book like Xenology to be rewritten, so that we could have a cool biology book about like the Eldar.
There is one. I mean, it's the new one is the Liber Xenologus, I think. It's
yeah, but I want one that actually shows like, hey, look, this is what the innards of an orc looks like. I want books that are as detailed as the Star Wars books. That's what I want.
Yeah, 100%. They do have some really good alien guides for Star Wars. So there's that. Anything else we want to say?
I think that's pretty much it. In the next one, I want to add some more. Well, every character we add is legendary, obviously, but
every single one.
I know a character that I want to throw into the arena.
Oh, who's that?
Be'lakor.
Okay. He's probably going to get a lot of hate.
Oh yeah, probably. But I love Be'lakor.
He's probably going to get a lot of hate.
He's such a cool character, and he's got such a cool model, and like GW does nothing with him.
We have a show coming up on Saturday for our Lorebeards lore episode. Right now there's a poll you can vote in for that game, for that show, I should say. The topic that's winning at the moment is the Phoenix Lords. But the other two topics are the Emperor of Mankind and the Council of Nicaea. So if you're curious about those other two things, please go over to YouTube for the Lorebeards and find the post section, and you can then vote on that upcoming episode. And as always, if you've liked what we're doing here for Lorebeards 40,000, you can help spread the heresy to other people by hitting the like and subscribe buttons. We do appreciate you.
Yeah. So that's going to wrap up our episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry that we started a bit late. There was stuff that happened and junk happened. But yeah, we got here. We did the versus fight. I think it came out pretty well, and I'm really happy with it. So if you guys enjoyed,
Alexis, you got to do the thing. You did the thing. What's thing that you've been wanting to do. The versus thing. I just savor it. Just feel that you made it happen. It's pretty cool.
I'm happy with it. But yeah, remember, folks, in the grim darkness of the far future,
there is only lore.
Thank you for joining us.